Portion of the program is brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. It is cold. It is nasty. Quite frankly, I feel like a little chap ass going on. When the weather weathers, we weather the storm. Bringing you fast and accurate chap ass reports with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver. Now it's time for the chap ass report. Tell us about the Chappin' Ken chap ass report.
Mostly sunny today, looking for 33 as the high, so let's hope the sun stays out. The temperature stays above freezing for a good amount of time, and we get some more melting. Tomorrow, we're going to start out with patchy fog after a low of 13. Now, that's going to be that could be dicey because fog can freeze. And then it lands on the roads, and it's almost like black ice. So morning commuters, you need to keep an eye on that. But otherwise, tomorrow, after we get past that freezing fog, if there is fog, we're going to be partly sunny, and we're going to get to 39 degrees for the high tomorrow before we head right back down into the deep freeze.
Oh, and it's going to be deep freeze this weekend. A lot of potential for another, not with the precipitation and stuff that we've had, but it's definitely going to be cold. And if you got, what do we have, 100,000 plus still without power?
Yep. And the vast majority of that is Nashville Electric Service,
which is becoming a national story. People going, why can't you guys get your stuff together?
Not in a good way either.
No, not in a good way either.
Yeah, let's see. Nashville Electric Service still reporting 110,585 outages. Middle Tennessee Electric only has 271 outages left to go. Columbia Electric Service has, come on, pop up there, 5,381. So progress definitely. Dixon, looks like Dixon Electric, maybe a couple of thousand, maybe. Duck River, only a little over 100 there for Duck River. Good job. Good job, guys.
That's the way the Ducks do it there.
Yeah, and then let's see. Columbia Power and Water Services, looks like they have around 100 outages. They're still working.
Okay, so.
But yeah, the vast majority, Nashville Electric Services.
Man, is it any one area?
I don't know.
Or is it scattered about?
Let's see here. Let me go back. It's scattered about.
Really? I got 100,000 plus still. My goodness. And Bell. Let's not forget Bell. 100,000 plus, and Bell's, he's got power. He just can't move his car.
Yeah, he's got a live wire on his car.
Yeah, and it's on the car, can't touch the car, running up all through the branches of the tree that fell on top of it. So I'm just waiting for things to warm up, dry out, so the branches can catch fire.
So that's what you're going with?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figure a live wire on the ground that can kill somebody. I mean, it's not that important.
So if you think stuff catches fire, that you're going to get it noticed sooner.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
In fact, I was told that by 911.
That will get noticed real soon.
If it's arcing or on fire, you get prioritized.
No, I could see that. I could see it. So get it out there arcing.
Maybe go out and light the pole on fire?
Something. I mean, you got to do something, man. You can't live, you can't live like this.
Well, if I touch the car, I'll take care of everything.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you won't be living like that.
You don't know that because you don't know how live it is or isn't.
No, I have full power to the house. It's live.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't mess with it.
Bell, I'm thinking you should. Who's you going to listen to, Ken or me? No. So hopefully they can get that sorted out in the next month or two.
Just don't forget, the live power line that's down on the ground where somebody can touch it, not a priority for NAS.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of the street, probably. Where it is now, no. It becomes a priority when you've got power. That's one thing. So the fact that you have power makes you probably less of a priority. And it's not in the middle of the street but the fact that you're the only one calling on it. If there was 100 people in your neighborhood calling, which is what you need to get everybody to do.
Yeah, it just still stuns me that a live power line on the ground where somebody can get electrocuted is, we'll get to it.
Yeah. So they'll get there. Somebody said he wants to tell Bell that's a phone line.
No,
it's not. Line. No, it's not. And that would be, again, all joking aside, just stay away from that stuff. And, we're getting reports, obviously, of more people that have poisoned themselves because they are trying to light fires and stuff in their home. There's a lot of people out there who are still struggling. Several of you who've texted in and who haven't had, power in almost 80 hours. And it doesn't seem like, we're probably looking for some of these people another several days. And Governor Lee signed an executive order that will allow TDOT to go in and just take away all the branches. Right?
Yeah, they don't have to get permission from local municipalities. They just go in where there are roads blocked, areas blocked, and they clear them out.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. Right? We need that because this is about restoring, because it's the cold and cold kills quicker. This is about getting people stuff on as fast as possible. This shouldn't be about jurisdiction and any of that stuff and special stuff. We need this. No, just get it done. So, because that's one of the things you said, Ken, right? A lot of this, they're having trouble getting to some of these things because of how bad everything is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, you get off the beaten path, you get off the interstates and the main roads in Nashville, and there's some thick brush.
Yeah.
Thick forest.
Just be careful out there. We got another one coming through, guys. So it's going to be here for a while, just as Ken wanted. As he said, I can't not have the cold. I need it.
I hate winter.
So why do you hate winter?
I can't stand it.
You're more of a spring fellow? No.
I'm more of a summer, fall fella. I don't necessarily care for spring because sometimes it's hit and miss, man. Sometimes spring feels like winter.
Ooh.
At least it did in Boise.
Yeah. When's the latest you've seen snow here?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it in June like I did in Boise.
Yeah, Boise's weird. It's weird.
That right, that's what did it. That's what said, all right.
that was Ken's final straw.
I am going back.
I'm out. I got to get out of here.
Those people up there, they love it. But they're from there.
Well, and they're outdoorsy.
Yeah.
Right? They because they like doing outdoor stuff.
Yeah, they like climbing cliffs and then pitching a tent 1,000 feet above the ground.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. So, don't be doing that, people. That's a no for us. But, it's also an area where outdoorsy stuff where you can do winter things because they have it set up for winter, right? They have hey, this whole place turns into a giant ice castle and everybody comes and hangs out. We turned into a pond of ice.
Yes. Yeah.
And you've seen some of that. Was those 3 kids died just outside of Dallas?
Here's how outdoorsy Boise was. And I'm not slamming Boise. It's a beautiful area. Idaho's beautiful. And it was a great place to raise kids. And there are great outdoor places. But whenever I tell you that not far outside of Boise, you are on your own, you are on your own. And just not far outside of Boise, there was a one lane in, 1 lane out camping area where there was a child who died because she got stung by a yellow jacket and she was allergic.
Oh, that's awful.
And crews couldn't get to her. They couldn't get to her. And she's just outside of town.
No, I'm surprised they didn't have a...
They don't believe in guardrails. I mean, you get just a couple of miles outside of town and in the mountains in the Pacific Northwest, and, brother, you're on your own.
What you're telling us is that these people are hardy people out here.
They are indeed.
They're hardy people. They're meant for this. It's kind of like the people out there in... when I look out there in Greenland and they're walking between houses and giant, those are hardy folk.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
They're a hardy folk. I know we're going to buy, it's funny. I was watching some where they were talking about we're going to help them get all of these minerals out of here and everybody's going to get $100,000 and all of you going to be, those people don't care about money. They don't. It means nothing to them. Everybody lives the same.
They care about being as far away from civilization as possible.
Yeah, they don't give them $1 million. They don't care.
No.
They're not moving off the island. And they don't want to see their island, strip mined. Oh, Lord. Still warmer over there? Let's take a look at Greenland today and find out what the weather is in Greenland. Greenland weather today, currently 24, a little colder.
Yeah, that's colder.
That is colder. They're going to start getting a little bit colder for the next week or so.
But they probably have electricity.
They do. And if not, they got enough whale blubber to burn or whatever it is they do. So we're gonna keep you guys abreast of all the things going on in this. Should be another week or so. And I was looking because I think we may get some snow early next week. Again,
I'm seeing that we might get some snow, but I don't think it's going to be like this.
Yeah, because this really wasn't the snow.
Yeah, Monday's high is going to be partly sunny, high near 39. Tuesday, partly sunny, high near 43. We got to get to next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we could get some stuff. But this weekend is going to be bad elsewhere, and that's going to bring in more cold weather, which there's there's not going to be any snow or rain.
No snow or freezing rain.
It is going to bring more cold, so that means the stuff that we were hoping to melt probably won't melt. Yeah. So
good old winter. I love it.
Winter, indeed. We got a little one-hit wonder we did earlier. We'll do that again next hour. We've also got more of the chaos that is our White Woman Wednesday, because the white women are the best. Aren't you guys? You guys know who you are.
Well, they know what's best for everyone.
They do. We got some good wackadoos coming up, too. Some newbies to our function. Because we need to, and we've got our girl, Kylie, who's nuts, but she's fun. And I'm wondering how she is taking all of the cold weather, because remember, somebody stole her jacket.
I think it'd be interesting to put Kylie in a room with these others and see how long it takes before they start hating each other.
Oh, moments.
And you got to remember, since winter is so white, she's got to be just absolutely.
Oh, it's driving her crazy.
Apoplectic about that.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Why can't it be black snow? What? Or brown snow? What? But there's yellow snow, but you guys don't want to talk about that.
No.
How's Fritz doing? Did he do it?
Little Fritz is, man. He's back on it, boy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's enough ice that melted off of our neighborhood. He's right back to his usual self.
No, that's good. We were getting a little worried about him.
Little buddy.
Because he wouldn't go in the bathroom. But I think you're right, Ken. If we put all those women, the white women, progressive white women.
They'd find a way to hate each other.
They would find a way to hate each other. They would. Right? It was. They would figure. Because they're sizing each other up. Right. For the victimhood Olympics. They're looking and they're thinking, which one of us has been in more situations where we have not only been oppressed by the patriarchy, we have also witnessed other people being oppressed by cis, hetero, white, normative men. Oh.
It's perpetual victimhood.
All day. That is the Olympics. Did you see that we're sending, is it ICE or DHS over there to help the Italians in the come for the medals, but stay because you were beaten? Oh, I can't. I'm like, why are we sending anybody over for that?
Because we have to spend our money on everybody else's problems.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys can't defend your own nation? It's the Olympics, for God's. It's the winter. It's not even the fun Olympics, right? There's like 8 nations that compete in it. And everybody competes in the summer. Even the cold nations do. Nobody competes except for like 9. It's not a big deal when Norway's the best at everything. Yeah. Oh, not the powerful Norwegians.
And the Finns.
That's right. The Finns, and the Greenlanders.
Yep.
Oh, my Lord. All right, coming up, it is White Woman Wednesday. We got some good white woman stuff. Amazon firing some folks. What are we going to do with Iran? A bunch of other good stuff on the way. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Music, we do it. Craziness, of course we do it all the time. Like this. You know what time it is.
It's book club, brunch club, virtue on the rocks. Fresh toe bag, fresh theory, fresh from TikTok. You got charts, you got stats, you got long receipts, but your barista still remembers when you screamed about the heat. You say center other voices, then you never sit. You cite 3 podcasts, 1 grad seminar, you half quit it. Selfie at the rally, angle just right. Caption, some of us care, crop the drummer out of sight. White Woman Wednesday.
Little White Woman Wednesday. We got some fresh white women. And we've got Jess, who is one of our favorites. Jess is also going to go on the Mount Rushmore of white women Wednesday. She's the one who does the Get Ready With Me videos with hundreds of dollars in makeup, enjoying her white privilege. To tell everybody else how bad, of course, we all are.
We all know it's hypocritical to celebrate Kyle Rittenhouse for bringing a gun to a protest to kill civilians while insisting that Alex Peretti's death was justified because he simply had a gun on his person in an open carry state. We all know it's hypocritical for ICE agents to show up in masks now when they spent all of COVID complaining that they couldn't breathe in them. We know it's hypocritical for the Don't Tread on Me crowd to suddenly be saying comply or die. We know it's hypocritical to call peaceful protesters domestic terrorists while calling January 6th rioters patriots. And when I say we know it, I mean we all know it. They know it too, because hypocrisy is the point. Authoritarian movements have historically relied on contradictory messaging, because if followers can accept hypocrisy that blatant without questioning it, it strengthens the power of the leader and the movement. People are no longer defending their beliefs, they're defending identity. They are pledging allegiance. That's why Trump says he could stand in the middle of Fifth Ave and shoot someone and not lose support. The hypocrisy is not a weak spot of the regime's ideology. It's a strategic way to grow support and consolidate power. Because when leaders can contradict themselves openly and their followers accept it, the leader now has the power to define reality itself.
And while she did that, she looked great doing it. She is easy on the eyes. I'm not going to lie to you. But remember,
She got abrasive on the brain, though.
Very abrasive. She's also never met somebody who didn't offend her. Now, could you imagine her and Kylie together? That battle.
That would be a cat fight.
That would be, they're eventually going to cat fight it out. And I don't know, Kylie, she's not wiry, right? I think she'd be okay. But this girl, I've seen her dance because she's like an interpretive dance on some of her videos. Woo! Now this one, interesting.
They killed him because they didn't get to do what the other people got to do to Renee Good. They didn't get the chance to hurt her. And it pissed them off that he took that away from them. So they killed him instead. He is a literal hero for saving her life. Because after seeing what happened to Renee Good, after seeing how good that guy felt to say f***ing bitch, they were mad that they didn't get to do that to her.
So that's why what? How did we get here?
Well, you have to consider all the twists and turns a liberal mind has to make.
The mental gymnastics to get to that portion of a program where, so they were upset because they didn't get to say horrible things to her or to beat this, so they took it out on you. What? You have no friends. I feel like your friends list isn't very big. Except for, you know what? You do have friends when you're out there doing what? Protesting. Protesting. It's what you do. You guys protest. Power to the people. Heck no, we won't go. I love it when they chant. Nothing makes me smile more than when they do a silly chant.
Heck no, we won't go.
Heck no, we won't go. Heck no, we won't go.
WKRP, man, that's what the listeners of the old elevator
people that
music
showed
were.
up. It was so awesome. That is so awesome when they come and they refuse to leave.
Heck no, we won't go.
That was great. So there's a little White One Wednesday. Got more of that craziness coming up. Iran, are we going to do something? Maybe. We'll talk a little bit about that. Obviously, we've got two officers that were involved in the DHS officers. I think one was ICE, one was Border Patrol, who shot and killed Alex Peretti. They've been suspended or whatever, on leave, whatever it is they call it, while the investigation go on. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. A bunch of other good stuff on the way, including Amazon. We're not firing people, right? We're not. We're fixing the problem. We find that if you don't fire people,
We're just eliminating their jobs.
yeah, we're fixing the problem. So we'll talk a bit about that as well. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. This portion of the program brought to you by NCAA National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts. License number 645. A lot of stuff we try to squeeze in today. So much stuff going on. And I was telling Chris earlier about we're drinking from a fire hose on a daily basis. It's just nonstop. Even now, like with the shootings that took place in Minneapolis. Do you remember LA? It was like, and then it was Chicago. It was like, and between all of these things, it's another thing. It's another thing. And then those things are gone. Like we've moved on. And we never find out what happens in a lot of cases. We just don't. We move on from them at such a high rate of speed because there's always something else. I mean, the question now is like, is something going to happen in Iran? Yes, I think at some point something is going to happen. Will it be sooner rather than later? Probably, but I don't even know what that looks like because you had all these nations come out today and say, yeah, you know what? You can't use any of our airspace, so don't even think about it. So we're talking about supposedly our allies, the Saudis, and all of these, UAE and all. They're like, no, you can't use our airspace. And the question then becomes, first of all, what's the end game in Iran? Out of curiosity. Okay, well, it's regime change. Okay, so it's regime change. How does that work? They don't have anybody over there that's strong enough to really lead from inside the country. They don't want, the Shah's son who hasn't been there in 5 decades. So you have what? I couldn't tell you. I mean, they're bracing for something. And what it is, though, I still have no idea what that looks like because the goal is, and this sounds awful, is if you're going to have the protesters win, you have to get the army on your side, and they have to stand up for you to the guard, to the Republican Guard. That has to be the goal. So you have to have a civil war with God knows how many people dead before this. I just, I don't know what the end game is. And I think that at the same time, I think a lot of people in Iran are asking the same question, like, what exactly are we supposed to be doing? Because you can sit here and say, well, Trump got him to stop. Well, he got him to stop doing some stuff, but what else could be happening there? Because it's all behind, closed doors.
He tried to stop, and apparently he did stop a number of executions. He told the Iranians, don't execute, or I'm going to come in and use military force. So, but after that, what do? How do you prevent any arrests? How do you prevent follow-on executions? We don't have enough intelligence on the ground to know whether they're being executed, in secret. So this is really tough for the president.
So, and when you can't leave because you backed yourself into a corner. I would rather us do nothing, but I would rather us have said nothing. Because now you've put yourself in a corner where you say you're going to do something and you told them you're coming, and then you're like, we got him to stop. But did you really? Because how many people have they killed? I mean, up to 35,000 potentially. How many people may still be getting executed? No idea. And now we're going to potentially get into something that, because if you don't do anything, the powers that be are going to make it so those people not only pay, but they tighten and clamp down on the regime. The regime on the people, and they're going to make it we're stronger than ever before. We stood up to the great Satan and Israel, and they couldn't destroy us. So we'll see. He's got everything in place now. It's just, what are we going to do? How does that look? And I don't want boots on the ground. I think most of you don't want boots on the ground either. Quite frankly, I don't want us to do any of this stuff. They need to work it out for themselves, but I don't want to. I don't want us. The working out for themselves is this civil war, and we're the ones pushing for the civil war. Lindsey Graham, you know who you are. Me Meanwhile,
President Trump said Tuesday that Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was doing a very good job and she wasn't going to step down. But two Republican senators, Tom Tillis and Lisa Murkowski, have now called for Noem to do just that. Murkowski saying she's lost confidence in Noem, and Tillis saying she's taking the administration, quote, into the ground on an issue it should own. President Trump attacked both senators, telling ABC they're, quote, losers and terrible. Asked to respond to that, Tillis said,
I am thrilled about that. That makes me qualified to be Homeland Security Secretary and Senior Advisor to the President.
Yeah. The childishness. They're losers. It's okay. Come on. You always have to say, you don't always have to react to everything. You don't. And it's not just him. Murkowski, a lot of people are asking, okay, why is she here? Why have you not fired her? How does she still have a job? I mean, that is number one. Because she is LARPed around. She is cosplayed and made everything about her.
Maybe her main purpose is to make sure we don't end up with too many canine units.
Because she killed her dog. Say that there. She's a dog shooter. But it is. I'm going to put that in a book. Do you think they're going to want me as president? No.
Yeah.
But, you know, she wants to have a reality television show. And all. I mean, it's just, come on. You got to do better. Right? Like, that was always my problem with a lot of the people that Trump had the first time around is when you surround yourself with some wackadoos, that's, to me, I
kind of like Omarosa.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, my God. And what was his name? The guy that was the mooch.
Oh, yeah. Anthony Scaramucci.
Scaramucci.
He was press secretary for 1 week.
1 week. Wasn't he that we met at a wedding, so I thought I'd let him be, you know, the Secretary of State. It's just like, what? You know, it's come on. Surround yourself with people that are better. And you picked her, and she's not good. She isn't. She isn't. She talks tough, but nobody buys it. And she goes out, and she threw Stephen Miller under the bus and said, well, I'll really basically take all the orders straight from the president and Stephen Miller. So, and, you know, and just like, oh, and then you got Tom Homan, who it's weird to say is the adult in the room. It's not like he's any better, but he's better than them because he's not reactionary. And he didn't shoot his dog. Oh, my God. How did we get here? How did we get here? This is, it's fascinating. It is at times. It's fascinating when I sit there and watch this and go, because I feel like, and I think a lot of you feel this way, a lot of politicians, they fail up. Like how, what? Who didn't get the job? You know, no, I don't like her. I think she's cosplaying around. She's not serious. It's always about her, right? And the great picture and the perfect everything and give me the right outfit for the right look. I mean, to me, she's trying to be an influencer. Omarosa. That does it. Enough said right there.
And she wrote a book.
Yes.
That people bought.
Which is also amazing. So, just incredible. Yeah, Bondi needs to be first on the fire list. That should have happened. The minute you handed out those binders,
yeah,
and then you said nothing to see here, they should have let you go that second.
Well, not only handing out the binders, but then going on TV and saying, oh, the stuff we have on my desk is just, and then there's just nothing.
Nothing. Not a thing.
I still have, Chris was running some audio from her the other day, but other than that, I have not heard anything from her or seen her.
No, they don't let her. And, you know, one of the other big things there that people don't talk about, on several occasions, she went out and she talked about, including New Jersey, they got this guy, we got him off the street, he's an illegal alien drug dealer, one of the biggest dealers, and da-da-da. They dropped all the charges.
Yeah, this huge credibility issue going on.
Yes. And the same thing, like, that, you know, Greg Bovino?
Yeah.
Absolutely credibility issue. And by the way, credibility issue among the Border Patrol. You don't know. Credibility among the Border Patrol. I've been talking to my friends. So I was telling Bell today, where I lived, all of my pickleball group, for the most part, was all Border Patrol. So I played in a ton of Border Patrol, pickleball tournaments and stuff, and I've been texting back and forth. They have an issue with him because he travels. Everything's a show, right? He's got the long black coat. He always has guys that are 8 feet tall where he's in the middle of them, and it's all a show. Credibility issue with him. And with her, massive credibility issue because everything needs to be staged, it feels like. Always staged. Got to look, they're working on, Cash Patel's the same way, for God's sakes. Just can you do better? Yeah, I think you can. You should. But will they? No. And I don't know why he keeps some of these people around. There's plenty of good people out there that can do the job and actually get it done where you're not having to clean up a giant mess. Which is what I think you always want with people, right? Like, who can I get into this position that's great at what they do, and I know I can turn them loose to do something where I don't have to spend hours putting out fires that they create. That's what you should want. Speaking of insane.
Bill Belichick, 8 Super Bowl rings, 6 as a head coach in his 9 trips to the game, 17 division titles, not a Hall of Famer. Voters in Canton this month passing him over in his first year of eligibility. Spygate, Deflategate cited as topics that came up during the discussion in the room.
I found this to be of all the tragedies in the last 24 hours, this one was the most bizarre, biggest. What are you talking about? How's Bill Belichick not a first ballot Hall of Fame coach? He has 8 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, 8.
6 as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator.
And he's not in.
He won 10 games or more, like 17 straight years. He's second all time in wins. Well, what about Deflategate? What about this? Okay, if that's the way it is, how about Tom Brady? Should we tell him, break the news to him now that you're not getting in on the first ballot? He thinks some of it's politics because he's got a friendly relationship with Trump.
Oh, it's got to be.
But it's also the fact that, these guys.
It's politics on a national level, and it's politics inside the NFL.
He's very, he's very prickly. He's not a funny guy. He's not a rah-rah, ha-ha guy.
I like the time a reporter asked him if he had social media, and his response was something along the line, I don't ever get on Bookface.
Yeah, I remember that. So, I don't do that. Yeah, I don't
Chat face or something
like
that.
Yeah, some goofy, Yeah, that's such a. Look, hate the player all the day. Respect the game. Respect the game. That you've got to respect the game.
Yeah, you cannot deny the man is a giant in the game. His accomplishments are off the charts.
Plus, you've got you got the 25-year-old he's dating now. A little something for that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they just feel like he has too much with her.
Bet he's got chat book now. Snap X. You know what I'm talking about.
Snap face.
X talks.
By the way, did you see so if you guys don't know, the new conspiracy in the NFL, besides the fact that, I don't know, it was something that happened before the season that had these two teams in it, and the NFL's already been, it's a conspiracy, that neither the teams are going to practice at the San Francisco 49ers facility because it's right next to a giant plant of some sort that nobody's been, since the 49ers moved there, no team has been anywhere near the amount of injuries that they have suffered. And they think it might be because of the plant that's next to them, the chemical plant that's next to their field where they practice. And they think something's going on because of it. So neither team will practice there for the Super Bowl. I'm like, conspiracy, baby. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, 6122 asked for a shout out to Mr. Mike Rose working at the United Elevator Services. He's an avid listener. Shout out, Mike.
Way to go, Brother Mike.
Way to go. Keep rocking, right? Is that what you say? Keep rocking.
Keep on rocking.
Keep on rocking, kids. Keep on rocking. All right, coming up, I got some of your text messages. Some of you chiming in about the Pam Bondi, which is, everybody should be. She's awful. Awful. Remember who else? Remember she appointed was it Alina Haba, one of the ones that, yeah.
And now she's out.
Now, not only is she out, then they scolded her a couple weeks ago. Like, take this whatever title you have off your card. right? You're not the, you're not the 5th District Circuit Court of Appeals. Just insane. Goodness me. It's the Clown Show. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. A lot of text messages coming in. A lot of you not fans of the Bondi. I actually had higher hopes because I thought, well, you know what? She was an AG of a state. But then you realize, it's Florida, so that doesn't really count. I don't even know if you have to be a lawyer. That's not very nice, Chad. Our friends over there in Florida. Florida, by the way, their population is decreasing. South Carolina population is increasing. So, but now that we're giving out, what are we giving out? $1,000? Is that what Trump's giving out in his account? A little $1,000? And then you could put $5,000 in?
That's coming out of his pocket, right?
No, that's the government.
Of course.
It's coming from the Treasury.
Yeah, the Dell family.
So we're printing it.
Yeah, we're printing money. And you know what? A lot of young people say, I'm not having kids. And if you really want me to have kids, well, maybe you should figure out a way to help us out earlier with us so we can have the kids rather than you give $1,000 that we can't touch for 18 years. You're like, oh, yeah, I can see how that is. I can see how that goes. I mean, you're trying. I mean, we're not producing. I read a story today. You know what is up big time in China? Pet ownership, because they're not having children. It's the highest it's ever been. And we're not having any kids either. In fact, if it wasn't for illegal immigration and legal immigration and them having babies, we would be in serious trouble. Like serious trouble. And there's only so much Elon can do before he goes off to space. I feel like he's going to launch that thing with like 40 women and just fly off with his $1 trillion and his 900 babies.
I was going to say, is he going to take any kids with him?
Oh, his 900 babies. She is the worst. Yeah, she is. Bonnie is the worst of I don't know if she's the worst. She's been arguably the most embarrassing at times, but it's hard to say because there's a lot of them that, quite frankly, have fallen short of glory. There's no doubt about that. Coming up, hour number 3, One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We got more White Woman Wednesday for you, and we're going to kick it all off with our Chat Pass report because, as you guys know, we got to figure out how many people are still without power. What's it look like? We're looking at the giant cyclone bomb or whatever they're calling it coming in this weekend that could freeze us out because winter is here, as you guys know. Hour number 3, straight ahead, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.